Okay, we'll call to order the Moore City Council meeting scheduled for October 21st. Would you take the roll, please?
Kathy Griffith.
Here.
Sid Porter.
Here.
Melissa Hunt. Louis Williams.
Here.
Adam Webb.
Here.
Rob Clark.
Here.
Mark Ham.
Here. Would you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 2 is our consent docket.
Make a motion that we approve the consent docket, items A through E.
Second.
I had a motion and a second for the consent docket. Would you call the roll?
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Rob Clark.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item 3, and it's my understanding we do need to make an amendment to it, but I'll read this first and then we can add the amendment and vote on that before we take action. So item 3 is consider declaring 19 vehicles, 5 tractors, mowers, 2 sanitation trucks, 2 trailers, 1 asphalt roller, and miscellaneous pieces of equipment, more particularly described in Exhibit A as surplus. So we need to, in Exhibit A, we need to strike item 22 from Exhibit A. And then we'll need to amend the motion or the wording of item 3 from 19 vehicles to 18 vehicles.
Okay, I make a motion that we strike item 22 from Exhibit A.
Second that.
And then that will make it from 18 to 19, the wording of,
19 to 18. Yeah.
okay, so do you have that?
Call.
We need a motion and a second to approve the change.
We already did. I made the motion. He
Louis
seconded
and
it.
Rob.
Okay, then would you call the vote, please?
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Rob Clark.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Now, we'll consider item 3 as amended.
Mayor and Council, good evening. These are vehicles and equipment from multiple departments throughout the city that have either been replaced or are no longer needed. We need them to be surplus so we can run them through the auction and see how much we can get back from them.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
Will you call the vote, please?
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Rob Clark.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item carries. Item 4 is consider ordinance number 1056-24, amending Part 10, Offenses and Crimes, Chapter 5, Offenses Against the Public, Section 10-515, Sleeping in Places, Property by adding definition of unauthorized camp, prohibiting the use of an unauthorized camp on city-owned land, providing punishment and options for violation, providing severability, and providing for repealer.
Mayor and Council, this ordinance is in addition to our current sleeping in places ordinance that we have. It provides for a definition of what an unauthorized camp is. It prohibits the use of an unauthorized camp on city-owned land, and it also provides for punishment and different options for that. This ordinance mirrors, word for word, a new state statute that is going into effect on November the 1st. So this just puts us consistent with state law as well.
Make a motion to approve?
Second?
All right, we've had a motion and a second. You can call the vote.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Rob Clark.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item passes. Item 5 is consider authorizing the police department to solicit bids for budgeted purchase of 6 fleet vehicles.
Mayor and Council, this is an annual budgeted purchase of 6 replacement vehicles. Generally speaking, over the last several years, we've gone out to bid because of the the unstableness of the vehicle market for a while, we'd receive cars and they would up the price on us, and there was a part in state contract, a loophole that they were exercising the state contract allowed them to do that, so we went out to bid over the last several years. This is just this year's budgeted purchase items. Would recommended approval.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Would you call the vote, please?
Rob Clark,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item passes. Item 6 is consider authorizing the budget purchase of two 2025 Harley-Davidson police motorcycles from Fort Thunder Harley-Davidson of Moore in the amount of $15,328 with the trade-in of one 2022 and one 2023 Harley-Davidson police motorcycle.
The mayor and council, we have 4 motorcycles in our traffic unit. Every year, we try to replace 2. This is a longstanding partnership we have with Fort Thunder, our local Harley-Davidson dealer. We've been riding Harley-Davidson motorcycles for our police department since 1999. We have a great relationship with them, and so this is a opportunity that they extend to us just as part of their community-friendly partnership with the police department and the city. This replaces 2 motorcycles this year, and then we will follow the same pattern with 2 additional motorcycles next year, and we just repeat that year after year.
Just curious, do they do the maintenance on those, or does our city garage?
They do the maintenance,
Okay.
yes, sir. And then there's, of course, most of the time, the only thing we're gonna pay for is the oil change and some brakes. Lieutenant Wells over here is actually one of our mechanics that is certified to work on them, but however, any major stuff is generally covered under warranty because the bikes are so new.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
So is the pricing on this holding pretty stable?
Yes, sir. As you can see, for 2 motorcycles, that's for 2 Harley-Davidson motorcycles, that's an incredible price. And this one, this price is actually up a little bit because you see the 2022, we held on to one a little longer.
Yeah, I looked, the amount that they were giving us for the older motorcycles just made me pause.
It's
is
the
only reason I asked.
2022, I think, that's throwing it. in-
Yeah,
in
well,
these
one was
numbers.
12, one was 13.
Yeah.
And so a year-old motorcycle, they're giving us, yeah, a little more than half, I guess, so.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, just curious.
okay.
All right, just need a motion and a second.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Would you call the vote?
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Rob Clark,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item carries. Thank you. Item 7 is consider the appointment of Amy Holland to fill the Ward 2 vacancy on the Parks Board for a 3-year term.
Mayor and council, this is for a replacement of Jeff Arvin, who had resigned. And she is going to be holding Ward 2 vacancy for 3 years.
And y'all did an interview?
Yes, we,
so
the
forth?
park board members did an interview and suggested that we go ahead and get approval.
Okay, great.
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
Would you call the vote, please?
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Rob Clark,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item carries. Thank you. Item 8 is consider approval of an agreement with Lodge Studio LLC in the amount of $40,000 for the budgeted development of the Phillips 66 Park located at Southeast 12th and Whispering Oaks Road.
Yes, Mayor and council, this is for our new nature park that will be held in the southeast section of Moore, and I recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve?
Second?
Any questions? Would you call the vote, please?
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Rob Clark,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item carries. At this time, we're going to recess the city council meeting and convene the Moore Public Works Authority meeting. Item 9 is the consent docket.
Make a motion to approve the consent docket, items A and B.
Second.
Would you call the vote for the consent docket?
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Rob Clark,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item carries. Item 10 consider authorizing the budgeted purchase of a 2025 Freightliner 108 SD Plus model from Premier Truck Group for public utilities in the amount of $124,621 using state contract number SW035T.
Mayor and council, items 10 and 11 are companion items. Number 10 is the cabin chassis from Freightliner. This will be for utilities to build a flatbed truck for them that will be used to transport pipe.
Pipe?
Okay. Yeah, I was curious if the trailer and the truck went together because the trailer was the truck was too long, so it was interesting. So you clarified that. Thank you. Make a motion to approve.
Second.
We've had a motion and a second. You can call the vote.
Rob Clark,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item carries. Item 11 is consider authorizing the budgeted purchase of a 22-foot K&H flatbed from Industrial Truck Equipment, Inc. for public utilities in the amount of $39,531.07 using state contract number SW106IT.
Mayor and council, this is the flatbed for number 10 for the cabin chassis.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
Would you call the vote?
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Rob Clark,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item carries. Item 12 is consider authorizing the budgeted purchase of a 2024 John Deere 35 P-tier compact excavator and attachments from C.L. Boyd for public utilities in the amount of $66,850 using Sourcewell contract number 11723-JDC.
Mayor and council, this is the purchase of a mini excavator for public utilities, mainly for line maintenance crew, to be used in laying pipe. Fortunately, this is readily available and they have it in stock.
Is that like the Bobcats?
Now, this
Have a
one of those-
bucket.
Yes, it has a
Got
bucket.
a
in
bucket
front.
and probably a blade.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
We've had a motion and a second. You call the vote?
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Rob Clark,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item carries. Thank you. At this time, we'll recess the Moore Public Works Authority meeting and convene the Moore Risk Management meeting. Item 13 is the consent docket.
Make a motion to approve consent docket A and B?
Second.
Okay, we've had a motion and a couple of seconds. Vote, please.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Rob Clark,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Consent docket's approved. Now we'll recess the Moore Risk Management meeting and convene the Moore Economic Development Authority meeting.
Call for the roll, please.
Sid Porter,
Here.
Melissa Hunt, Mark Ham,
Here?
Louis Williams, Adam Webb,
Here.
Rob Clark,
Here.
Kathy Griffith.
Here. Item 15 is a consent docket.
Make a motion to approve the consent docket, item A.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Rob Clark,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith.
Yes. Motion carries. This time we'll recess the Moore Economic Development Authority meeting and reconvene City Council meeting. Number 16 is new business.
Okay, this record will reflect that everybody was present, still is. Item A is Citizens Forum for items not on the agenda. We did have one person that requested to be heard, Logan Kaiser. Yes, sir, and you'll have 5 minutes, and if you'll just state your name and your address for the record, please.
The
Thank
name
you.
is Logan Kaiser. address 1125 Oak Creek Drive.
Okay.
I plan on using my 5 minutes to address a broad range of issues that cannot and will not be solved by my single voice, especially not by the voice of somebody who has merely read about the problems without having endured the horrors that my government has directly inflicted. This is a government built off the foundations of trillions of dollars of unpaid labor through the horrors of slavery and hundreds of broken treaties with the native populations of this land. It is a government that deliberately omits the most crucial branch of all, the people, from its functioning, while continuing to commit and support atrocities around the globe in the name of freedom. Freedom that doesn't exist, that never existed in the so-called United States of America. The indigenous tribes who were forced to live under the weight of this state didn't just face violence. They endured systematic human rights violations to be displaced onto their lands today. And the suffering has not ended. It has only morphed into new forms. These communities continue to live with manufactured poverty, stripped of their promised sovereignty, with their legitimacy increasingly undermined by the governor, who even questions their existence and sovereignty, further erasing their significance in the public eye. It's not just here within our borders, as this government has mastered the art of exporting death, destruction, and dominance across the globe. From covert operations to outright military engagements, America continues to export, extort, and support countless war crimes abroad. These actions, or rather inactions, directly violate not only the morals we claim to stand for, but even the laws we have created. As Leahy himself has deemed many of America's decisions as blatant violations of the Leahy Law, the one he authored, and yet we continue to ignore international criticism, the voice of our own people, and the legal frameworks we supposedly hold sacred. The current conflict involving the Israeli occupation in Palestinian territories is just one of many examples of our deep complicity. The rate at which Palestinian children are being shot in the head and chest has reached alarming levels since the outbreak of the hostilities. Just in July 2024, UNICEF reported that a child was killed every 2 days in the West Bank since October 2023, equating to 143 children killed in cold blood, compared to the 41 in the previous 9 months. And they aren't just numbers, they are lives. They are children with dreams and aspirations and goals, just like me, my cousins, my friends, my family. But there are still lives that are continuously disregarded by the same government that claims to champion human rights. And on top of these murders, 440 more children have been injured with live ammunition in the West Bank. And as if these weren't enough, the violence in Gaza is staggering. The genocide we are witnessing has claimed over 42,000 lives, according to the Gaza Ministry of Health, along with 12,300 children. Remember, these are conservative estimates of the death in an ongoing conflict. And while the blood of innocent people continues to stand the ground, our federal government does nothing but pass more laws that solidify our complicity, like H.R. 5179, known as the Anti-BDS Labeling Act, which was recently passed in the House. This bill upholds the status quo in the West Bank and Gaza by continuing U.S. support for a regime and companies that illegally operate in occupied territories. And all 5 of our state representatives, Tom Cole, Kevin Hearn, Stephanie Bice, Josh Rasheen, and Frank Lucas, voted in favor of this bill. And they have once again chosen to align themselves with the government and corporations that operate illegally in occupied territories. And in so doing, they've made it clear that the status quo of oppression, violence, and theft will remain upheld by the United States. This state particularly continues to make it clear what side of history it will be on, while dragging all of those aligned on purpose or by chance down to its evil. I recommend we call Senators Lankford and Mullen to apply pressure against their future vote on H.R. 5179 and reflect on the systems that you uphold sitting where you are in the previous unassigned lands. The only pathway to prolonged peace and justice is land back on the terms of the colonized of the
Sir,
world,
you have 1 minute remaining.
rather than allowing colonial powers to keep pushing back justice through reform on their own terms. I recommend that everybody here call every senator you can to stop this bill in the Senate. And I ask that you guys take a vote to condemn Israel's actions and America's inaction in the current conflict, despite HB 3967 that says you will no longer receive funding from the state if you do so. Your inaction will keep you and those who live under you complicit in a great and unavoidable tragedy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great comments. Nobody else has signed up? Anybody else here that'd like to speak? something? Items from our Assistant City Manager?
Just a reminder of the upcoming town hall meetings for the GO bond election and the extension of the existing quarter-cent sales tax. The first one is tomorrow night, Tuesday, October 22nd, at 7 p.m. It's held at the Moore Police Advancement Center on 1319 North Janeway. Then on Thursday, we'll have a second one. It'll be again at 7 o'clock. But it'll be at the Station Recreation Center. And then next Tuesday, October 29th, again at 7 p.m., we'll have one at the Moore Community Center at 301 South Howard.
Okay, thank you. Encourage everybody to go vote. It's November 5th, so should be a big turnout, and the city would appreciate your support. Any items from, well, I skipped us. I got out of order. I'm sorry. Anybody have anything?
Go ahead. You're going to,
Real quickly, a couple things. I just want to thank the water department. Had a recent leak, and the people that came out were very professional. I actually went out there and spoke with them, and I appreciate them when they interact with the citizens and did a great job and actually came back to make sure the leak was fixed, and it was. And I appreciate them. I also really appreciate the fire department. My mother broke her hip for the second time in 6 weeks, and the fire department had to go out there 6 weeks ago. They had to come again. And she's 82, but once again, great service from, and I mean, just so blessed to live in a community like that treats everybody like their family. So I just wanted to say those positive comments to both those departments.
Great. Thank you.
I'd like to just mention that last meeting, we had the Faldwells speaking to us about the if I say it right, the Courageous League.
Courage League.
And I went out there on their last ball game, and it was quite inspiring to see all the people that volunteer when they go out there. Councilman Porter was out there the game before that, and it was just I walked away with a great feeling after all the people that were volunteering and the smiles, and I think it's something that really speaks highly of the city of Moore and the people. And unfortunately, no more games this year, but you get a chance next year. It's worth the time.
Can I add on to that? It didn't matter who was coming across the plate, which team was coming, everyone in the fans was cheering. And so, there were no fans for one team or fans for the other, because there was no difference between any of them. They were cheering for each and every one of them, whether it be in a stroller or a walker or a wheelchair or assisted. It didn't matter. The fans were cheering for every person that came across the plate. So it was a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
I was even asked to step back. I was asked to come on the field by the Faldwells, and I was talking to them, and one of the players let me know that I was a little bit too close to the plate and said, stand back, I'm ready to hit. So it can be a serious thing down there too.
I just want to quickly add that, yes, it was just so caring with everything going on in the world today to go watch something like that where everybody, it's all together. There's no bad or good. It's all good. It's all set one way. And I was really, truly blessed because I went to the older kids, and actually someone I knew was playing on their team. Then I went to the younger ones, and someone from my church, their little boy, was playing, and his little sister and little brother were with him. And when he hit the ball, they all three was running around and stuff. So it really is lift your heart on something like that. And I hope in the future we can help out on that too.
Yeah, and I'd like to ask Jerry if he would just put a note for Brooks to have that come budget time next year, let's look and see if there's anything that we can do or help or assist or something there.
Very good.
Great.
Okay. I just have just a couple of quick comments. This Saturday is our Red Ribbon Parade, starts at 1 o'clock. This goes right down Broadway. It's always a great event, lots of candy. And then following that, at about 4 o'clock, I believe, Haunt Old Town starts, and there's all kinds of things that'll be going on in downtown Moore. So come on out and enjoy the trick-or-treating and visiting all the different businesses and different vendors that are there. And then the city of Moore, this is something that always comes up, but we will observe Halloween on October 31st, when Halloween is. So if you're wondering, it's October 31st. I guess you could go other days, but I don't think anybody will be ready. And then I had an opportunity to attend E-Express. They had a VIP, and it's in a business up on the northwest part of the city, and it was a wonderful event. So we appreciate all the different businesses that continue to come to Moore and locate here, and looking forward to them getting to open. And then last week I wasn't here. My father had passed away, so I just wanted to say thanks to all of the different cards and notes and emails and texts and things that I received. People are never ready for that when it happens, but it was a good service that we had for him, and all of our family came together, and so it was as nice as it could be. But I appreciate the support from all you guys and others. And that's all that I have. And like I said, I put Jerry before us, so I'm sorry. Did you have anything else?
No.
Okay. With that, we're ready for adjournment.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Would you call the vote, please?
Rob Clark,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Louis Williams,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, we are adjourned. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight.